Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel today for another video where we are going to be using the buffed up version of Massacre in some content, some gameplay. So this is the invade and kinetic, I think it's kinetic instigator path in 7.1. So while the oscillator's in Fury, we're going to get the bat ignited. Now that he's in the defensive stance, we're going to go for some special twos, and they do a lot of damage in the block. And Jay dealt with that Iron Man really quickly, really efficiently. So now we're going to showcase Massacre against the Pleasure to Burn node. So this path has Pleasure to Burn. It also has Got a Light, which basically means that you don't actually need an Incinerate champ for this. However, if somebody does apply consistent Incinerates, they are going to have a much easier time, since the Got a Light node is only a 20% chance on hit. And it does also have Mighty Charge, which is a bit annoying because it means Incinerates are going to be shrugged off when the opponent dashes. So the plan, like most fights, is simply going to be to get ignited at the start of the fight. So going to keep hitting his block, throw special twos into block. So as you can see there, because he dashed in, the Incinerate did get shrugged off, and it is going to be quite a bit harder to actually get the special 2 off without him dashing at all. But as you can see, the power gain from block is definitely going to make that a little bit easier. So bait out special 2 there. As you can see, it's very, very easy to stay ignited in this fight. So here, probably not going to be able to get off a special 2 into the block. But as you can see, the Incinerates do still do a good amount of damage. So Massacre actually gains ignition charges from either hitting the opponent's block or from hitting an incinerated opponent. So the Got a Light node is definitely going to help to charge up ignition because it's going to be applying those incinerates. So in general, Massacre is going to be one of the best options for the Pleasure to Burn node, but just in 7.1 the Mighty Charge node makes it a bit more difficult and a bit less practical, and you're probably just better off using somebody who deals a lot of damage in a short period of time. So in this fight I'm going to use the special 1 strategy, try and keep him in the corner and keep up the incinerates for as long as possible. Yeah, Mighty Charge definitely going to make that a bit more annoying. So the incinerates do tick quite nicely overall. Even with just 4 of them here, they're doing about 400 each. 7 of them doing about 2500. But as you can see, he's not particularly suicide friendly with this strategy. Now move on to this full Ragnarok matchup. So yeah, full Ragnarok can auto-block intercepts, but unless it's in Alliance War or Arena, he can't parry you. Now, one of the annoying things about this matchup is that to remove the power gain, you actually have to physically knock the opponent down with the special, so throwing it into block isn't going to do that. So yeah, this definitely isn't a great matchup overall. So go and get a refresh on the Incinerate, see if the special won. Throw another special one, refresh the Incinerate and disable the power gain. And there you go. So even in non-ideal matchup, he can still get the job done. So now we're going to take Massacre into the Cavalier event quest in the skill chapter. And the main reason he's good here is that Incinerate prevents opponent evades. So once ignited, you can ramp up very quickly with the Furies. The most difficult part of the fight is just going to be to actually get the bat ignited. So now that the bat is ignited, the Incinerates are going to prevent any evasion. As you can see, stack up the Furies and starts to hit really hard. So what's small health pool means couldn't really ramp up properly in that fight, but should be able to later on in the path. So now I've already got the ramp up. And look at how quickly those Furies are building up. Special 2 is going to do a lot of damage through the block. Now even without ignited up, he's still doing a lot of damage because of the Fury. So as you can see, if the defender is suffering from Disorient, Incinerate or Shock, then they can't evade at all, and you get the Furies whenever an evade is prevented. So you can actually use the special 1 to get the evade prevention as well, since that applies a Disorient debuff to the opponent, which I'll show in this fight. and if you're not ignited, that disorient debuff lasts a very long time. And that can be used to make it a bit easier to get ignited. Special 2 into the block should finish him off. So onto this guillotine now. So just need to bait her into blocking, throw a special 2. Nearly take her down. So now to finish off the video, we're going to showcase Massacre in Realm of Legends against both Winter Soldier and Captain Marvel. So against Winter Soldier, I'm going to use mainly the Special 2 in the Captain Marvel fight. I'm going to use Special 1 and showcase the strategy of trying to keep the Incinerates up and stack them up as much as possible. Definitely got saved by the synergy a bit there. So one of the most annoying things with Massacre is probably baiting the opponent into blocking to actually throw that Special 2 off. Because if it doesn't hit into the block, it really doesn't do much damage at all. So Massacre strikes a blocking opponent while ignited. He does actually gain some extra power, which can help you to build up to the Special 2 if the opponent is blocking and you're not quite there. Such as with this here. There you go, Winter Soldier down, only 74 hits, so pretty good performance for a 565 champion. So now we'll move on to Captain Marvel and showcase the strategy of trying to keep the Incinerates up as much as possible. Now this strategy is not particularly friendly with Suicide Masteries, which I am currently running, mainly because it's just spamming the Special 1 over and over again. So this is quite a stressful strategy and is fairly impractical for really any realistic scenario, because the Incinerates, even at their maximum duration, are only about 10 seconds long. So Captain Marvel is one of the easier opponents to keep them active on, simply due to her really fast special animations. So we've now got 17 up and they are ticking quite nicely. Looks like about 4,500 damage per tick. So as you can see, she's going down really, really quickly. And even though it was a few more hits in the Winter Soldier fight, in terms of time it is definitely a lot lower.